Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, we are the Traveling Swiss, and we are in what I think is most of your favorite region in Switzerland. We are in the Interlaken region. In this video, what we're going to do is show you all around this beautiful region, from the tops of the mountains to lakes to restaurants, some of our favorite hotels, everything we're going to show you in this video day by day for 1 week to hopefully make you guys have the trip of your dreams in this region. So let's go explore. So before we get into the details of this itinerary, just wanted to let you guys know the train pass that we are using. We are using the Berner Oberland pass. This pass is valid for the entire Berner Oberland region, all the way from Bern and everything in this region. We think this pass is a great value because some of the mountain excursions can get really expensive and they are not included at 100% in the Swiss travel pass. So if you'll be spending a few days here, we definitely recommend getting that one. So just make sure you have that before you're in the region, but that's what we'll be using for everything we experience.
So the first stop I recommend is actually staying in Bern for a few hours. You're going to come from Geneva, from Zurich, and you're going to have to change in Bern. This is a beautiful little old town that I definitely recommend coming. When you arrive in the Bern train station, put your luggage in lockers. You will find the signs very easily in the train station before heading out of the train station right in the old town. You can directly explore the old town following Spitalgasse and Marktgasse, which are two of the streets of the old town. Stop first by the Swiss capital, the Bundesrat. From there and its terrace, you'll have an amazing view on the Alps. Continue back in the old town to the Zittglocke. This is an amazing clock tower, and then continue down this beautiful streets all the way to the bridge. From there, you will see the place with the famous Bern bears. You have a few bears that are very cuddly, very cute. The kids will love it, and the adults too. Then you can continue up either of the streets to see a beautiful view of Bern's old town and the Ahr river that is surrounding it. You could have lunch by the bears at the old tram depot or at the Rose Garden with both stunning views on the city. If you want to already experience some mountain coasters and views on the Jungfrau region, we recommend the Goethen Hill. You can take a tram or train from Bern all the way there to Wabern, which takes only a few minutes, and then take a funicular up. You will have miniature trains there and that famous mountain coaster from which you can see the Federal Palace.
Now, if you're watching this video, a big question we receive literally all of the time is, what do I do with my phones when I'm there? People are asking if they should get SIM cards, if you should get service from your data provider. A big question is if Wi-Fi is readily available in Switzerland, and we have an answer for you. We absolutely love traveling in Switzerland. We've traveled all over the country and quite a bit of Europe as well. And one of our complaints about Switzerland is that Wi-Fi is generally not the easiest to access here. I think a particular complaint we've had, if you've watched some of our videos on the trains, is that Wi-Fi is generally not available at all on the trains. Even the panoramic trains, you generally won't have Wi-Fi. So you'll want to have some plan in place and not just rely on the Wi-Fi that's available to you. Recently, we've tried and loved Airlo, joining 10 million travelers worldwide who love and trust the first eSIM store on the market. It's so easy to use. You simply download the Airlo app on your phone, select and purchase the eSIM plan that works best for you based on your travel destination, length of stay, and data needs, and install the eSIM. It's literally that easy and took us just a couple of minutes to do so on our recent trip abroad. A huge goal of our channel is to save you stress and money, and Airlo does both. You won't need to worry about roaming fees or trying to find a SIM card vendor in the airport. You'll arrive prepared and ready to enjoy your trip to Switzerland. Okay, so check out the link in the description and use our code TRAVELINGSWISS3 for $3 off your first eSIM. Day 2, we're going to take advantage of being near some of Switzerland's most beautiful lakes, and we're going to explore Lake Brienz by boat. We're even going to see some amazing waterfalls and more. For our day on the lakes, the way you'll start the morning is heading to Interlaken Oost via train. You'll grab a boat from the Interlaken Oost station, and the boat dock is just next to the train station. It's super easy to transfer. In the summer months, we recommend grabbing the 11:07 a.m. boat, as it's a turn-of-the-century style historic boat with a steam engine, and it's very, very nice to see. This boat will go by Isoltwald. It's one of the stops. You can stop here and look around. We actually just skip it and like to admire it from the lake because it can get really busy, but it is a beautiful place to pass. You'll stay on the boat on the way to Brienz. Another stop is the Giesbach Waterfalls, where you can take a short funicular and actually walk to the waterfalls. You can even walk behind one and have some nice views on Lake Brienz. Again, you can see these waterfalls directly from the boat if you don't want to go see them, but it is another stop you can make depending on what you're interested in that day. Then we recommend continuing by boat to Brienz. We highly recommend walking along the lake and going to see the Brunnengasse Street, often named one of the most beautiful streets in all of Switzerland, and we agree it is absolutely gorgeous and worth checking out if you are in Brienz. Then, if you are in Brienz for the afternoon, maybe my favorite is the Brienzer Rothorn cogwheel train. This is an old red steam engine train, and I really mean one of those old school trains that goes choo-choo. It takes about an hour to go up, and you will have amazing views on Lake Brienz the entire way up and when you get there as well. If you're going to do this, we recommend reserving seats in advance as the train is crowded and it only leaves once an hour. And it's an old steam train, it's not particularly large. So if you want to get on the departure time that you're looking for, you can reserve it the day before. That's what we did. At the top, you will have amazing views. You can actually see all the way to Lake Lucerne and of course Lake Brienz. To end your evening, we recommend going to the Lauterbrunnen in Interlaken for dinner with the funicular and having a dinner on top with an amazing view. This restaurant has traditional Swiss dishes, including fondue, and we always love having it there. If you're traveling to Switzerland in the summer and you still want to have a fondue, the Lauterbrunnen is actually a great spot because it could be a little bit cooler at night because you can go up in the evening into the altitude more, still enjoy that fondue, but not in the blazing heat of the sun.
The next day that I want to take you to is Lauterbrunnen. This is an amazing valley. As you can see behind me, you have many things to do in Lauterbrunnen, from the village, the valley, and also going up to Mürren, for example.
Arrive in Lauterbrunnen, either by train from Interlaken or, if you are coming from Grindelwald, via the Mannlichen peak and its gondolas. Walk in the village of Lauterbrunnen to the church with already great views on the Staubach waterfall. Then follow the pedestrian path close to the waterfalls until the Trümmelbach Falls, which are glacial waterfalls inside the mountain. After the falls, continue by foot or by bus to Stechelberg. This is a gondola station that can take you to Grindelwald. You can visit this cute tiny village on the way to Mürren with lots of self-service fridges by farmers of the region. Then go up to Mürren, either walking there for 35 to 40 minutes or simply taking the gondola up. Explore Mürren and its pedestrian village with unbeatable views on the Eiger mountain. You could go up to the Schilthorn with its 007 museum and awesome views that are seen very far in every direction. On the way down to the Schilthorn, stop by Birg Intermediary Station to experience the thrill walk and other views on the Eiger. After having explored Mürren, head back down to Lauterbrunnen with the train to Grütschalp on the other side of the village of Mürren. And to finish your day around the Lauterbrunnen Valley, nothing beats a quick train ride up to Wengen with the best views on the valley. Go see the view by the church in Wengen, you will not regret it.
So today we're going to explore one of our favorite villages in all of this region, and that is Grindelwald. This is the place for lots of adventure tourism, so we're going to show you everything to do. For this day in Grindelwald, I recommend starting early and walking in the village until the Grindelwald Fierst gondola station. Head all the way up to the top with the gondola, and after about 25 minutes, you'll arrive at the top. You can experience first the Tissot cliff walk right in the morning, and we recommend you do this because it can get really busy and crowded as the day goes on. This is the cliff walk that has a paved kind of railed pathway along the cliffs, and you can see beautiful views. But we recommend doing this early because it is quite narrow, and when it's busy with people, you can't really get as nice photos, so do this right when you get there. After experiencing the cliff walk, we recommend hiking to the Backalpsee Lake. This is a beginner-friendly hike that takes about an hour and 15 minutes in each direction, so budget that into your time because you'll need to get there and back. This is a beautiful lake that looks like an infinity pool with views on the mountains. Depending on how you want to spend your day, you can pack a picnic and enjoy a little meal there, or you can head right back to the gondola station for some thrilling activities. After all, the Grindelwald Fierst is called the top of adventure. So the first thing you can do is to take the zip line down to the intermediary station, but if there's a really long line here, and there certainly can be, we recommend skipping it because if you take the gondola right down yourself, then you can go on the Fierst Flyer, which actually makes you go up and down the same line as a zip line. Typically has less lines, and we actually think it's just as thrilling. There are mountain carts here too, which are great fun, but again, try to get here earlier in the morning because you can have really busy lines. If the mountain carts are a little bit too crowded, we recommend actually heading to the mountain scooter. For whatever reason, these tend to have the least lines. Maybe they're slightly more intense than the mountain carts, but you can take these all the way back down to the Grindelwald village It's a really nice ride. You go back down through the trees, you'll pass farms. We actually even passed cows walking through these hills, which the views were just amazing. Of course, if you're not interested in those activities, you can take the gondola all the way back down to Grindelwald. You don't need to do any of these activities to get down, but we definitely recommend them because that's why you're there. So after you've experienced the Grindelwald Fierce, we actually recommend heading to another gondola station just a few minutes away from the Fierce gondola station when you're back in the village. This is the Pfingststeg. The Pfingststeg is a little bit lesser known of a mountain, but it's great fun and you'll have one of the best views of the whole valley here. You can actually experience one of the mountain coasters, and it's really one of the only kind of two in the whole region and definitely the closest to Interlaken and Grindelwald. So you can experience the mountain coaster, and there's also a fly line, zip line type thing here. So maybe if you missed it at Grindelwald Fierce, you could still do it in Pfingststeg. And in the evenings, if it's a Friday, you can actually keep the night going and head to Grindelwald Canyon, as it's open late in the evening and really special on Fridays. They light up the whole canyon and it's a really beautiful, magical thing to experience. For dinner, because of course we want to give you dinner recommendations as well, we love the fondue gondolas at the Belvedere Hotel. The Belvedere Hotel is one of our favorites in Grindelwald, but even if you're not staying there, they have little old gondolas that were actual real gondolas from the Mannlichen and different things around that you could book out and have a little private dinner in a gondola for two outside with a beautiful view of the valley, and we thought it was absolutely delicious.
So the next day is Oceansee. This is an amazing lake that looks kind of like the Canadian Rockies. You have a toboggan run there and a great hike to do there.
To get to the Oceansee Lake, you will need to take 2 trains, and it takes a little bit more than an hour total. Take a train from Interlaken to Spitz, and then from Spitz to Kandersteg. You can then walk to the Oceansee gondola, which takes about 10 minutes, and take the gondola up. At the top, you'll have an easy walk towards the lake, where there is also a restaurant. You'll already have amazing view on the lake, on the mountains and the cliffs that are plunging into the lake. If you like hiking, you should go for the hike above the Oceansee Lake. The Oberbergli Loop will take around 3 hours to complete and is definitely for at least moderate hikers. The views there are just simply stunning. Between the lake color and the mountains surrounding it with cliffs, it's just amazing. After the hike, you can relax and have a drink by the lake, and then go back to the gondola station where you can experience a mountain coaster before going back down with the gondola. On the way back to Interlaken, you could explore Spitz, for example, and its beautiful castle on Lake Thun. This day could also be a great travel day between Interlaken and Zermatt, as Kandersteg is actually relatively on the way to Zermatt.
And our final day is pretty special and a lot of adrenaline. We are going to go paragliding in the Lauterbrunnen Valley.
I love Lauterbrunnen Valley so much that another day there is definitely warranted. To experience paragliding in the Lauterbrunnen Valley, head up first to Muren via the Grütschalp gondola or the Stechelberg gondola. You should reserve your paragliding flight early with Get Your Guide, as they can run out. In Muren, you will meet your instructor from airtime paragliding by the Schilthorn gondola station. After a quick climb, you will receive all safety instructions and be equipped to fly and have the experience of a lifetime. You will fly over the village of Grindelwald first, before flying over the Lauterbrunnen Valley, near its cliffs and very close to waterfalls. The takeoff and landing were very easy, with only a few steps needed from me. You will arrive in Stechelberg at the gondola station and can then either walk in the Lauterbrunnen Valley or take a bus and then go up to Wengen and the Mannlichen peak, which is amazing, and you can see a lot of different peaks and villages from there. Or you could get back up from Stechelberg to the Schilthorn, where a James Bond movie was shot, and with more thrilling activity at Birk, for example, with the Thrill Walk.
The last day in Interlaken is actually for me a day to go back, probably to go to Zurich, to Geneva and catch your plane, or the next day. And this day shouldn't be just a travel day, but you can make it a beautiful panoramic train day to go either on the Golden Pass Express or to go in the panoramic train to Lucerne, towards Lucerne. And these are 2 beautiful panoramic trains with 2 different amazing cities to go to.
Both panoramic trains are leaving from Interlaken Ost train station and will offer incredible views and an amazing experience on board. The panoramic train to Lucerne has high panoramic glass windows and takes less than 2 hours. Yet, this time is filled with beautiful views on turquoise lakes Brienz and Lungern, and Lake Lucerne with its majestic mountains. When arriving in Lucerne, you can continue towards Zurich or visit the old town and even just go see the Chapel Bridge, which is less than 100 meters from the train station. The other panoramic train is the Golden Pass Express, which takes a bit more than 3 hours to reach Montreux in the French-speaking part of Switzerland near Geneva. This train travels through the Bonneau-Beland, Viagstad, and more typical Swiss green hills before witnessing Lake Geneva and the Lavaux vineyards. In Montreux, you could go see the Chillon Castle, do a tour in the Lavaux terrace vineyards, or simply enjoying the relaxing promenade with amazing views on the lake, vineyards and mountains. From both Lucerne and Montreux, you will then be only an hour away from both airport cities, Zurich and Geneva.
Head to thetravelingswiss.com. You can do a free train passenger selection tool to help you pick which train pass is going to be best for your trip. You can book a consultation with Louis, and of course you can buy even more fully detailed itineraries with interactive maps, lists of restaurants, hotels, all kinds of places to go. So check that out. Let's go explore. Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.